Hello there. Today I'm going to talk about the X-Shot Pro Series Fury a little bit. It finally arrived and I'm happy to report that it's the high power version. So FPS out of the way first. I've tried the original darts that came with it, averaged around 140, 145. Worker darts were also around that, and the new darts, so nitro darts, I have them in the box for the Mark II over here. These ones, kind of bamboo-like, they hit about 150. So you can expect 140 to 150 out of this thing if it's stock. I've also opened it up to check how the plunger tube is looking, and yeah, happy to report it's not the original long shot plunger tube that's made out of this clear acrylic, I think, tube or whatever it is. This one is opaque material that you would expect out of a normal blaster, like normal Nerf blasters have these sometimes, or yeah, it's a thicker material, it's a bit more flexible, and it looks a lot more stable. So plunger tube cracking, probably not so much. Another thing, the material quality. If you bend this thing, you can see it wiggles a little bit, but that's mostly the slide and this thin part up here. That's basically just a guide for this. It feels sturdy enough, not as heavy or good in the hand as this Mark II here, for example. Like, this has a lot thicker plastic and the metal side plates, but we're talking about a €20 blaster here, or $20. I don't know how much it costs for you, but it's not much. So you get, I think, more than what you pay for. So it's a good deal. You also get 45 of these darts and one mag. The mag had a pretty awful sticker there. So they say it's a 15 round mag. You can probably overstuff it to like 17 or something. I don't know what they made it like that, but yeah, you can see I don't know if it's visible, but the spring has a weird coiling here. So yeah, that's filled to 17 now, and it's pretty much at the maximum. But yeah, it had a sticker there. It was really bad to remove, so I don't know if you're watching this X-Shot, but don't put stickers on your blasters. It's awful to remove those. Right, to load it, you just shove the mag down here. You have two mag releases if you want to get rid of them, 3 actually. You have this button up front, you just push that forward, and then the normal mag is a gravity drop. You have the same thing on the other side, so ambidextrous mag release, very nice, and a third one back here, so you just shove that up, and then I like doing it like this. You hold the mag and then just give it a yank with this, so it's all one fluid method. Other controls, you got a trigger safety here, so backwards safe, forward fire. And you got this thing up here. So when the slide is already racked, it has a slide lock, pretty sturdy one at that. And apparently, according to the manual, if you put that back, you can unjam it, which it doesn't do. It has 3 positions for some reason. I don't know why they put that in the manual, but you can't open this thing when it's jammed, which is pretty bad. Maybe that's just not functional. Or another possibility, I fucked it up during disassembly. Probably not though. So I don't know what this is for. Fidgeting maybe. But yeah, it's there. No clue why. Iron sights. Like back sides, front side. They're kind of vague, but you can use them. It has a good bit of Picatinny back here, so you can put some kind of optic there and then still grab this for actual reloading. I don't know, doesn't really fit the look if there's like a sight sticking up back here. I would have preferred it like a bit of Picatinny in the front here. Then you still have plenty of space to use the slide, but it is what it is. Maybe I can somehow remove this and then use that as a slot to attach a side. But otherwise, yeah, not the greatest spot for a side. It's nice and back, but you need that space for priming it. The prime is really light, like maybe modded retaliator levels of prime, but nothing too super heavy. At least this Mark II is way harder to prime, but yeah, that's the thing with a short stroke. Like this has maybe 5 centimeters of prime, and this thing, like, what is that? Maybe 10 centimeters. So yeah. Let's talk about those darts. They're okay. I would say they're on par with all dart zone darts. They kind of are similar to the embed darts, but yeah, they have nice firm foam, but the tip sometimes gets stuck in like slanted mags. I don't know what that's about. But otherwise, they're usable, they're okay. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy them. Magazines, of course, this is the included magazine. Do I have something to try the mag with? Yeah, let's use the Aeon. Yeah, so it doesn't fit in a normal Talon mag wheel, which is kind of a shame. Would have made for a nice replacement because I really dig the colors. But yeah, not a real Talon mag. On the other hand, so yeah, basically a proprietary mag. On the other hand, this thing takes a lot of different mags. So, of course, the X-Shot mag works. Regular store-bought Talon mag doesn't retain that well, so you can pull it out again, but holds well enough for normal use. So careful with those. Next up, the new Dart Zone Pro Mags that came with the Aeon Pro X and the Nexus Pro X. Those also don't hold too well, but they hold a little bit. So normal Talon geometry doesn't seem to hold that well. What really surprised me, this is an old Dart Zone mag that came with the Aeon Pro or the Nexus Pro, also the Conquest and stuff like that. That holds really well and it feeds really well. So if you can, stock up on these if you're planning to use this a lot. So they should be pretty cheap. Yeah, let's look. I'm just gonna shoot a little bit more. So, as you saw there, if you half cock it, you can't push it back forward because it has a ratchet. So you need to push all the way back and then forward again. What I also really like is that the entire slide, which hides back and the front part here, is printed. So looks very cool. Another feature I dig is it has slant fire, which I'm not gonna show on this mag because there's only one shot left. That was the entire mag. Worked fine. Yeah. Are there other things to talk about? Not really. Has a bit of Picatinny down here, so I don't know if you need a foregrip. I also had a bit of an idea to attach a sling point up there and just prime like that. That could work. I'm also kind of seeing a side bolt prime, like just screwed into the side of this. And just make this a little bit longer. I have the sneaking suspicion that the barrel length is a little bit too short for this thing. But otherwise, performance is nice, price point is very nice. I would recommend getting one. Size comparison to the Hush I made or released less than a week ago. It's just a little bigger. So yeah, I would say it fits in the more like primary pistol class. Like this is not a sidearm, that's too big. Okay, that is it. I hope you found this informative, more or less, in terms of if you want to buy one. I would say probably you want to buy one. It's a good blaster. Just make sure you have some either old Dart Zone or the X-Shot mags around. Hang on, this is a mag from the Dictator. Yep, that also goes in and holds really well. So Dictator mags also work. Yep, it's good. Get one. I like it.